As we come to the end of June, we're just weeks away from the All-Star game and nearly halfway through the season. So at this point, there's a pretty good sense of which teams belong in these rankings, but in the midst of those, it's constantly changing in our top 10. With that, here's our most recent MLB Power Rankings brought to you by McCombs Ford West, with our usual qualifiers. Tonight's games are not factored in. Falling to 10, the Dodgers. Even though they dropped one spot this week, LA still has been on a roll, entering tonight's game with wins in 6 of their last 10. Earlier in the year, the Dodgers were under 500, and now they're only 2.5 games back from leading their division. At 9, Cleveland. Before losing the previous 2, the Indians had won 7 in a row. And as a result of that, Cleveland has opened up a huge lead over the rest of their division. After tonight's game, the Indians continued the road trip with 6 more. Coming in at 8, the Diamondbacks. After winning 4 in a row over the Pirates, Arizona now finishes out their road stretch before getting the benefit of having 10 at home. At number 7, Atlanta. The Braves continue to be an early season surprise, sitting at the top of the NL East. After they close out the series with the Reds today, Atlanta hits the road for a 10-game stretch. And we'll get a good sense of how good the Braves really are when they have back-to-back series against division leaders in the Yankees and in the Brewers. At 6, the Cubs. Chicago remains at second in their division with one of the best records in the National League. Despite getting swept in 4 games by the Reds, the Cubs are in the midst of wrapping up Game 3 with the Dodgers before heading home to host Minnesota in a 3-game series. Into our top 5, the Brewers. Milwaukee sits at the top of the NL Central with a slim lead over the Cubs. They wrap up today after splitting a series against the Royals before heading to Cincinnati for a 4-game set. At 4, Seattle. The Mariners have been in the midst of one of their toughest stretches of the season, and as a result, a few losses have piled up with back-to-back series setbacks against the Red Sox and the Yankees, but they still sit at second in their division behind the Astros. And with an easier competition in the Orioles and the Royals up next, that may help the wins pile back up. At 3, the Red Sox. Boston's offense continues to lead the way behind its home run power. Mookie Betts and JD Martinez rank in the top 5 in baseball with the most home runs hit this year. And that has helped pace the Red Sox to the 3rd best record in the MLB. Coming in at 2, the Astros. Houston's starting pitch continues to be one of the most dominant staff in baseball. And that was further proven last night when Charlie Morton struck out 13 in 7 innings, which led to an Astros shutout win. The Astros had recently lost the division lead to the Mariners, but have now opened up a comfortable 3.5-game lead at the top of their division. And at number 1, the team with the best record in the league, the New York Yankees. Despite their first 3-game losing streak of the season, the Yankees bounced back with back-to-back wins against the Phillies, and before that brief losing streak, they had won 7 of their previous 8. And those are our Sports Tonight MLB Power Rankings.
Tonight's MLB Power Rankings are brought to you by McCombs Ford West. We'll save you time and money on your next vehicle purchase on 410 West at Culebra. You're watching Sports Tonight, San Antonio's only nightly 30-minute sportscast with exclusive sports coverage you won't find anywhere else.